it's probably gonna happen, but he gonna try to come back over here.
Yeah.
And the
Andrew
Tate Knights are gonna.
He got released.
Their leaders back.
He's trying to.
He's gonna get released. Everything. It was kind of publicity on some other. Well, he was doing some other stuff too on some banking things that nobody was really talking about. But that's how it works. You try to do too much, they catch you up.
Yeah. So you tuned into the Black Pew Podcast.
He don't have TikTok.
Everybody is here.
Everybody.
You don't have TikTok? Well, TikTok's still gonna be around.
Barely.
Somewhere else.
No, I think it's gonna be here.
Hey, they need to go ahead and bring back Vine.
Everybody checking for Vine.
Everybody checking for Vine because we got
y'all got full cinema.
Y'all say that,
porn
but
on
the
Twitter.
Why IG and TikTok is like that is because Vine paved the way.
Correct, but no one's arguing that. That's why it's not coming back.
The only reason why they wouldn't ban TikTok is because they don't want Donald Trump to be right.
Hilarious.
What?
In 2020, Donald Trump was about to ban TikTok, and that's how. And then there was this whole situation behind it. They're like, and then because he was saying it was a risk to national security because of the Chinese ownership. He was saying that in 2020. I don't know why nobody's paying attention to that. That's what the real deal is that they're making him more credible.
Not really,
yes,
because
no.
They're
saying the same. The news is saying the same exact thing that he said in 2020.
But who is saying that now? Who brought the hearings together? The Republicans. Who was the leader of the Republicans?
Him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's not that it wasn't that it was some grave threat. It's some grave threat to him.
No, it is a great threat. Just put it right now. Kia is, and this is why I'm trying to tell you. This is why I'm trying to help you understand. It's bigger than what he's got going on. Companies are putting out more money because of these hacks and things like that are going on over on Instagram. Plus, because it's Chinese owned, the information that's sucked out of it from American users is a risk to national security. So that's one. But you even have right now, you have the Kia boys, the TikTok thing that went viral where people are stealing Kias left and right because of the TikTok challenge that goes viral. It's already harmful and it is. It's already addictive in itself. And because it is not owned by us, U.S. nationals, you know what I'm saying, the information does go somewhere else to people who have been, I don't know if you've been watching the news lately, doing things to try to harm us. The weather balloons and all that other type of stuff. They've already been plotting against us. They're in our financial market, and now they're in our information market.
So with that rationale, ban TikTok. Ban the phone you have.
I'm not saying
wait, you can't if you're.
I mean, you take my iPhone.
No, then take the.
Hold up.
Take your iPhone. Don't take mine.
What I'm saying is,
take your iPhone.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. We did live in a more secure environment before we did have all this. When we did create all this, it did make a more unstable environment because it's easier to hack into information now that your information is out there everywhere.
But
when you just had a landline,
but it's not because of TikTok.
When you just had a landline, somebody had to call you and trick you into your. No, when you just had a landline, somebody had to call you and trick you into your information.
So you saying we should all go back to landlines?
I'm just telling you.
Absolutely
but here's
not.
the thing: our phones are obsessed. So and it's funny that you brought that up. So I had asked my boyfriend to grab me something. It was a bottle. It was something. And so he said, "Yeah, no, I'll bring it when I come home. And I'll bring it home." I was like, "Cool." So a little alert came down on his phone asking if he wanted to add it to his calendar to bring whatever it was I asked him to bring at 7:00. Which is about the time.
It
was the most rad. It was the
It's just listening.
Yeah, no.
You're acting like that's cool. Wait.
So you act like it's cool.
You act like that's okay. You act like that's cool. It was just listening.
No, but here's
no. I get it. I get it. But we're in a time now that's a thing that you're like, oh, you know.
Yeah, you know. But no, because I never told him what time.
Delete your cookies off your phone
every day. Right, it's the cookie thing. But it was just interesting that you said we were in a way with more secure time. I was like, no, because really, our phones are obsessed with us. It's great.
What people don't understand is when you go into TikTok and you want to start a TikTok, what is the first thing that they ask? Can I have access to what?
Your cookies.
No.
Contacts.
Your camera.
I don't know what
No. Your camera.
Yeah.
Your microphone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you check how far does that access go? If it's just while it's using the app, see, that's the thing. No,
That's like saying, do you agree to the privacy terms? Like you
no,
just,
but
you just click it just to get rid of
that's
it
what
and
I'm
get it out the way.
That's what I'm trying to help you understand.
No, we
Because you
understand.
don't.
No, we
because you don't.
understand it, but
No, because you
we
don't
don't
read
agree.
that,
I
and because you
don't.
don't understand that far.
Yeah.
We don't know the access that we are giving people.
Sure.
And so when you have a platform like that that we do not have ownership in, we cannot monitor like that. It is a danger to national security.
So Facebook is too, and Snapchat,
Well, Facebook
and
is-
Instagram.
Mark
Wait, hold
Zuckerberg
on.
is
or
here.
all
Hold
social
on.
Mark
media,
Zuckerberg is here.
or all
No, it
social
doesn't
media.
matter if he's here.
He is.
Okay, so this
He
this
does.
no
He's
this
a- he's
no,
a-
no no no. But let's
Mark
okay.
Zuckerberg's here.
So let's bring back
He's
to
not in China.
okay because
But it does not matter if
Ho-
it's
Hawaii-
here
wait,
because
Hawaii-
we already know.
Okay, but
we
let's-
already know Facebook has
okay.
has a whole documentary on it that Facebook built a digital profile of you on.
okay. So
I understand
on
that,
Facebook.
but that's monitored and maintained on
So-
American soil. No, so
but
that's
it-
different. No, that's different than national security.
But if you don't have TikTok, what does it matter?
okay, so then
No,
let's
that's true.
Okay, so
If you don't, but how big is TikTok?
No, so
it
let's-
does matter.
so to tie
I'd love to hear
tie
Cameron's point.
to tie it in, it's two things. So TikTok's not going away unless the Republicans get in. That's first of all, Republicans get in on most of the congressional seats. And the reason why is because when you talk about Facebook, it's a false parallel because Facebook has part of its venture capital funding by In-Q-Tel, which is a subsidiary of CIA. So all these groups, they have to so if anything goes down, you got to provide us with things. So that was what the whole congressional hearing was even about, was that the guy was saying okay, this soundbite, I think that's what it's called, soundbite, which owns a certain percentage it's a sister company that owns part of TikTok. Well, they're like, okay, well, I'm over here, but they have part of our information, but as part of the Communist Party of China, if we asked you for this certain amount of information. So all that being said is that the reason why Facebook, Instagram, and all these other kind of people can do things is because on American soil, that's what it is. I don't see TikTok going away because too many people are making money off of it, unless the Republicans come in because they're like, hey, if you want this data, because it's always to the highest bidder, if you want this data, I gotta see a little something off of it.
Yeah, because
So-
they're
so-
already getting
yeah.
stuff from Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah. So
If
that's what I'm
they're-
saying. So they don't need it. But my thing is saying we saw Huawei and we saw what is the other one? Because I used to have a cell phone
But
that they
Huawei
didn't make.
is doing business in the U.S. now.
No, now,
Now.
but you had
They
to
had
go
to
through the
write it, yeah,
stipulations.
yeah.
You had to, so what I'm saying is that they've done it before, where you could shut it off, like you could shut this off, or this, like some of the stuff on Bigo and some of these other ones have been limited in their access because of that. Because the main ones that we use is what? Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. So if TikTok goes away, it'll suck. But at the same time, Instagram and Facebook are adding daily other usability factors to it. So it's not something that I can't see not going away. Like it would be life changing. It's like no, it wouldn't.
Also, though, if you get rid of TikTok, something else is just
And that's what I'm
gonna
saying,
come
the
right behind
usability
it.
factor. So
Well,
I could see it
because-
happening if the Republicans get in on the congressional side, like we run this and they get the presidency. I can see it going away.
I mean, because Facebook and Instagram already have Reels, which is no different than what a TikTok is.
So I think
And
I think
It's-
it's
it
it's
is.
feasible.
So
I'm not saying it
it's-
will happen, but I'm saying it's feasible.
I'm just saying that, like he said, that's a ballpark that we control. It's like it's all the information that passes through these two platforms. We control that as a nation. Our government controls that. Like he said, it's tapped into the CIA. Once if all that.
I don't know. I got to see more.
All right. So guess what? Guess what? If you say anything damaging, wrong, anything threatening towards somebody else, what happens? That information automatically goes somewhere,
Oh, yeah?
and they're at your door. That means that no. That means that they are monitoring.
They're not at your door though. Come on now. We have to be. If we're gonna.
I want you to try. I want you to post something. I want you to post something.
And you just think Enemy of the State was just a movie.
If we're gonna have an honest conversation, don't come in with the conspiracy off jump. If we're gonna have an honest conversation,
conspiracy. If you say you're gonna assassinate somebody, if you say something like that, what do you mean?
Of course, but that's one thing.
But that means that they're monitoring it. How would they know if they're not monitoring it?
Who was gonna say they're gonna assassinate somebody
Guess
on
what?
social media?
Guess what?
Who? Please tell me.
I'm not.
Please
People
tell
do
me
it.
who. Please tell me who.
A lot of people talk about they would
Okay,
kill their
Rock,
whole
I don't know
family
what
to
road
be
you
with
live in,
somebody
what rock you live
on
in,
social media.
I'm not saying they're not.
That's fine,
I'm not
that's
saying
fine.
they're not monitoring
I mean,
it. I'm not saying they're not
I
monitoring it, but I'm
digress.
not. I'm saying is.
You just said it. You
Yeah,
just said that they
but
weren't. and
but
now
you're saying that
I
you're saying
digress.
that China's sitting right behind there, like,
I
oh my gosh, TikTok is for us. No,
I'm not saying that.
somebody is what they.
I'm
Somebody
not
wanted
saying-
some money. They
I'm
want
not
some money.
saying- What I'm saying is there's an entity out there that if relationships become bad with us, they own a part of the information of our nationals, our countrymen, people who are here. They own information. All things can go left. Like, because we are at a war of information, it's no longer just sending bombs everywhere. Hacking is big. We've seen that with Russia. So if you're saying there's an entity that's big, one of the biggest apps probably in our country right now, or in the world, is TikTok, and now they have a cornerstone on the information market, because when you get into that app, you pretty much give into all the information probably in your phone that you have to this app that they can hack if they want to. That's a problem. It's a problem, and that's why they say it's a national security problem. Regardless of what you say,
if it was
bank accounts, all type of stuff.
First of
they
all,
can have
a lot of
access to
people's
all
bank-
these things.
First of all, a lot of people's
That's a
bank accounts-
problem.
A lot of people's bank accounts are not attached to TikTok.
I'm not.
You just said that.
No,
You
it's
said it's attached to
it's.
your phone.
But if
What
you,
are you
I'm not saying-
but if you're
your
saying, if you delete
all it starts
TikTok,
with is certain information.
yes.
So you don't have to start with my bank account
Technically, it
information
can't be,
to drain my bank account. It starts with certain information. If you can find out my name and then find out
But
my social,
technically,
and
it
then find
can't
out,
be an act of national security if it's not involving certain people who have certain information.
Well, I will. Can,
Exactly.
just
So
to-
if it's attacking people who with above top secret clearance, then yes, that's an attack on national security. But if it's regular schmegular people, no, it's not national
well, in
security.
different countries, how legislation and corporations work are totally different than in America. So a lot of
Correct.
those are very highly government regulated when it comes to information.
In other
right?
countries,
so
yes,
I
but not here in
guarantee you
America.
that the Chinese CEO of a company has to share all his data with the Chinese government.
Sure, but
I-
that's
I-
in
I-
China.
so-
Because
That's
they
not
have a
here in
different-
America.
They have a different government structure.
Like,
in
I don't
America.
have the
But
same
that's
type
what I'm
of
saying.
clearance
So what I'm
that
trying to tell you is
the
now
that
you
the
have
governor
the
has or the
information of
mayor
Americans
has. That's
in the
not
hands
that's not
of-
national security.
Well,
though.
Never mind.
so just to tie this up for the thing is the biggest concern, and it's not TikTok. Is just sometimes a lot of the times when we have issues, it's a microcosm of a larger issue. That thing is that I think you had mentioned about Facebook about the Cambridge Analytica when they were doing basically the. Facebook was when the Arab Springs had happened, which basically was an economic issue. They used Facebook and they used social media platforms in order to have influence. Well, when you have certain algorithms, what it does is it influences the information that gets to people and how that they can transmit it. Well, you can actually start riots, you can start movements, you can start a lot of things through that. So when Cambridge Analytica came, they were able to kind of change the psychological well-being of the people that they were touching through social media, through putting certain posts there. That's how marketing goes. And so what people I think who are looking at as a national security risk, it's not so much I'm taking your information, I'm going to steal it and sell it on the dark web. It's more so I have access to the information to be able to change the thought processes of the people around you. It's about influence. And so even down to, like, now people don't know this, but a lot of things have become privatized. So China actually has ownership in certain police stations. It's weird. Like, you don't think, nobody talks about it, but as far as that, like, there are a lot of things that became so privatized so that now they have more and more influence. I'm not saying China's bad in that sense. I'm just saying that just like we have bases in other places in the world back in times past, we did that so that we can have a presence and influence over the local economy. So you're going to be more preferential towards me if you know that the bag is coming through me, or if you know that I have a certain amount of control and power. So that's why I said is like, it's not so much about this, is that TikTok in America and what we proliferate and what the algorithm proliferates here is different than TikTok in other countries. They don't even allow in Canada what they allow here. They don't even allow in certain other countries what they allow here. So that's really where it gets down to, is that when you start having control over somebody's house, just like when you have your little Echo, people don't realize that when you have your Echo, there's something called like the internet of, it's like almost like an internet of Amazon. It's like 900 megahertz where it's not even connected to the internet, where I get to say something to Alexa, but it's collecting information for only Amazon to be able to store. Yeah. So it's just, that's what's the concern is the influence, because there's things that we do we don't even think about doing. Like she said, yo, my calendar is now affected. You're asking me when I want to go buy this 5th of alcohol, and it's like, oh, I know you like E&J. You know, can you, like it's just you can affect the you can affect the behaviors, and that's with the information.
It's what Russia did when it came to voting. When it came to the information, that's how they were able to target certain people.
But we can. There's still safeguards we can put in, just like what we have now with iPhone. The reason why Facebook lost a lot of money this past year.
Yeah.
Because what did iPhone do?
Yeah.
iPhone said, any app you have, you can ask it not to track you. That means they don't get any information on you. Yeah. They don't get any information on your location. They don't get any information off of what you buy. They don't get any information off what you search.
Yeah.
I don't doubt that somebody else can use this information, but we do have safeguards to where there's some things that can be benign in use if we apply the right things to them.
So now that's one thing, but so now there's where the problem lies. Greg, back to where you're saying is that because iPhone rests under the auspices of the FCC and stuff like that here in the United States of America, if I needed to get something from you, YNW Melly or whatever like that, when everything happened with them, guess what? I get to go to the cell phone carrier and I could see all the information, the logistical, the GPS, all the things that were related to his phone. I get to ask for that in America because that's an American company who he had auspices with. iPhone, I can ask them today about that. So that's a company battling a company. That's a company battling a company. But now if I'm over here at TikTok and I have Soundbite, I keep on forgetting the name. Soundbite is over here in China. I don't control that information here in America unless I specifically stipulate that. So that's the thing.
When did they change the access thing? Because I know not too long ago there was a terrorist situation in, I believe, San Francisco or something like that, to where the guy had an iPhone and they were trying to hack the iPhone.
And they needed Congress or something like that.
And they went to Apple to ask for the information, and Apple
said no.
Yeah,
and they wouldn't give him the information to get it, and it was
a litigation and all that kind of stuff. Imagine how much harder if I have to go to an international court to China to go and get that information. Yeah, that was here on American soil. You see how hard that took. So that's why I'm saying is that's where it becomes an issue to some people who care about national security. Is that now you have influence and information, not necessarily you're going to take it and you're going to sell it. No, it's like now you have influence because the Arab Springs people, Silicon Valley Bank. We just talked about this last week before last. People had runs on the bank because information was being shared. That's why they said, no, we want you to put a public edict out there basically saying, hey, tell everybody everything's cool, because they know that information travels fast, especially since I have 16 ways to get in contact with Shorty. So that's what it really is that we can influence people's behaviors with all this information, and with that, and now it being offshores, it's going to be harder to stop some of that influence over our people, because guess what? Politics is all about talking to the ignorant. And if I can continue to talk to the ignorant in an ignorant way, I can keep them dumb from do the things that I want them to do. That's what Cambridge Analytica was about.
But to your point, if I point you at one thing, and say that's the bad thing. When Trump was in office, who did he point towards? Social media. Yeah. Who did he point towards? Yeah. He pointed towards Facebook. He pointed to all of them. That's why they were trying to cut out Section 230 of the what was it? They were trying to, First Amendment Act. They were trying to cut out a part of it to where they weren't responsible for what people posed.
But the part about Trump is that he hides the truth in his lie. So even when he was saying all those things, right? What did we find out? Russia and collusion, right? And what was their biggest attack? Facebook and ads. So he wasn't lying. Like social media has to be managed to a certain extent on how that information is stored.
Yeah.
And so if it's if it's in the hands of a wild card, and that's the thing, when it's in the hands of Americans, that's not necessarily a wild card because we can control that and maintain.
We have a constitution we sit underneath, but they don't have the
But
constitution.
they don't have. So it with being with them is in the hands of a wild card. All of it takes is a change of a relationship, and now they can go at an information war. And so next thing you know, they can be having propaganda on our social media outlets that influence our people to do things to affect this country in the way that they want it to be affected.
Okay, well, they've been doing that before. Are we trying to get rid of any? That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is what I'm saying is what they've been doing before has been perfectly fine with everybody until TikTok.
Because of how popular. Because like I said, and we can go
because that's why Facebook was in Congress, because of the whole Russia thing and the way that they were using ads and the way that they were using their influence on the people that was using social media. So it hasn't always been it hasn't always been okay, Trey. So you're saying because you're saying you're spreading misinformation because what you're saying is it's always been okay and nobody did anything about it. We just did something about it.
You didn't get off of Facebook.
No,
you didn't get off of Instagram.
No, but
you didn't say we should get rid of this.
That's not what happened.
You didn't say
that's not what happened.
I'm asking you now. I'm saying because
obviously, the government put bumpers on the way that they can use the information, so it doesn't work the same way that it worked before, right?
How? Who put bumpers? How? Who put bumpers? I'm asking you how. If Apple said you cannot track our people anymore.
That's a bumper.
Samsung didn't do that.
That's
not a governmental bumper though.
No,
that's not a governmental bumper.
That's just a bumper.
That's not a governmental bumper though. You have an iPhone? What do you have?
iPhone.
You have an iPhone. But if I had a Samsung, where's Samsung from?
China or somewhere over there, ain't it?
China. Samsung is a South Korean company. But what if it was a different?
I don't know which country in Asia, but Asia.
What I'm saying is that right. If we're okay with these other companies having access,
okay, but going back to it is that Samsung ain't never gonna do a thing because they're not, because it's like, I want to continue to practice here. The only companies that you hear that like people are like kind of this about is about social media companies. When in the middle of right now, because we're not just in the middle, we have to take this in context of the economic climate that's happening right now. So in the economic climate, the reason why it's such a big deal, this wouldn't have been a big deal 6 years ago. But we're in the middle of, we're about to have, people are trying to get off the petrodollar. And guess who's competing? The yuan and Russia, and they're trying to create other currencies. So this is an economic battle right now. So now they're like, not only are you starting to have an economic foot up on us, but now on top of that, you're starting to try to want to have this influence when the last thing we have control over is influence. So now when you have this conversation, like you're saying, Facebook was in Congress over that. First of all, they're on American soil. So that means I have a little bit more say-so. Same thing with Apple. You're on American soil, so we can fight underneath the First Amendment. But I can't fight you if you're under a different jurisdiction. It's a different fight. And so now on top of that, your jurisdiction that you fight underneath, they might not give you any, you might go back home and you cool at home. So it's a different fight because of where we are today, because we're worried about economic times right now. We're seeing banks are collapsing. We're seeing people being laid off and all that kind of stuff. And now you have influence that people are watching TikTok 4 hours a day plus. That's a different level of influence.
I never said it would be banned. I do believe it should be, but I never said that it would.
I'm saying is that there's a possibility because where we are right now. It's not 6 years ago.
I understand the danger of it. Like, I do understand the danger of it. I understand the danger.
I don't consider it as dangerous for me personally, but I'm saying I see the concern.
I don't.
Well, I'll tell you right now. I can't call and get my car insured because of TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just reality of it. So let's be real. Like, because the way that Kia made their cars and how easy it is to steal it now, you can't get it insured. So that is dangerous, right? Because it affects my livelihood.
Influence.
No,
influence.
That's what I'm saying.
Influence.
So it is dangerous. So there's no but.
There is a but because
you disenfranchise certain people. Some people out here that have good, decent cars, right?
Your hack, the Hyundai Kia hack.
Their sister companies.
The Honda Kia hack that was on TikTok was also on Facebook, was also on Instagram, was also on all these other platforms.
What was it shared through?
Social
it was shared
media.
through TikTok.
It was social media.
It was shared through TikTok. It started on TikTok. It was a TikTok challenge.
It was shared.
It was a TikTok challenge, regardless of where you say it went to. It started on TikTok. That's where it catches fire. People don't say it caught fire on a Facebook reel. People say it caught fire on TikTok.
But it's not because
in the story, bro.
It's not in the story,
bro.
It's not in the story.
Look at the news.
Because
I own it. I'm an owner of it, and I have more information on it than you do.
No, you don't.
Because they
No, you don't.
They sent it to me. They sent all of it to me because I'm
because then they put it. What did Kia do? What did Kia do? What did Kia do?
Now they're changing.
They changed it. Why? They changed it. Why?
They changed it
not because of TikTok, because of the insurance companies that are here in America that said, "Wait, hold on." Because they said your cars are too.
Now we can't get them.
Your cars are
too. They had to do something.
Before TikTok, people were stealing cars. Before TikTok, people were stealing cars.
Guess what? They ain't fixing no other cars that people hot wire and steal. They ain't saying we're gonna change the wires.
They make recalls. They make recalls all the time. They make recalls all the time.
Design flaw.
It's not because of the design flaw. It's because it's easy to do. It's not because of design flaw. Because the software, there's security software. That's why they updated the software. They updated the software.
They're highly purchased
because
they're affordable.
They updated the software.
They're highly purchased because they're highly affordable.
Yes. Regardless of what you say, they were either going to buy the cars back or they were going to fix it.
They were not going to buy the cars back because it could get stolen. Nobody's going to do that. They're just going to put in an extra piece. Or give you some more, or do like they're doing now and give you a software because it's easy to pop.
They do anything else.
They're not going to buy your car back because it's easy to be stolen.
I mean, they can do a recall and upgrade their machinery too.
That's what the recall is doing now. The recall is going to give them software and it's going to give them an extra piece so that way it can fix so they can't be stolen easily.
So easily, yeah.
And it's not because of it. TikTok helped blow it up, huh?
It's not because of what?
No, TikTok helped blow it up. But people were still stealing your car.
That information was still out there.
The information was still out there. No, the information was still out there. The information was still out there.
The information was still out there.
How old is your car? How old is that body of your car?
3 years.
No, it's not. Stop lying. That's a 7-year. Your car is the second. What is it? No, it's the third. It's the third.
It's not that old.
No, it's the third. No, it's the third. It's the third generation. It's the third generation of that car. It's the third.
They don't even call it Kia Optima anymore. They call it freaking K5.
They call it K5, but that's what I'm trying to say.
It's the third generation of the Kia. The Kias have been out for a while. They've been getting stolen for a long time. They put it's a whole block. It's a whole block.
So you guys,
it's a whole block.
What do we think
Speaking
about
of people not knowing what they talk about, how about that SWV?
for editing purposes, but yeah. So just to recap, because that was the thing, is that the concern comes through influence. Because there's a reason why TikTok is a multi-billion-dollar corporation is because of the influence. So that's what the concern is. I think of some of the people who are thinking about national security is that they don't abide under the same auspices under which American companies do, which is under the Constitution. So, yeah. But next, whatever you got going on next.
Next topic is SWV versus Xscape.
Not ever.
that was a change up.
Yo.
I was tired of y'all discussion.
Yeah.
I have heartburn. Sorry, guys.
But now you're chewing in the mic.
I moved it. I did. Yeah,
we can still hear you.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Sisters with voices.
Really bad. I'm trying really hard.
Sisters with voices versus Xscape.
Ah, man.
You know what?
I never liked Xscape. Never.
So here's the thing.
Okay.
Never
Let's get into
I
it.
like Xscape, but I think I gotta move closer now. I like Xscape, but I think I prefer SWV.
The only
by
one.
a lot.
I think so too.
And so I think for me, I'm just like, hey, but But that doesn't change the fact that I do like Xscape. Mm-hmm. And so I think, and I hate this whole logic of if you like one, you can't like the other. First of all, I like them both. I love Xscape.
I don't remember Xscape that much. I only remember like
saying
3 songs.
You can't like Brandy and Monica at the same time.
Well, there's that.
Yo, chill.
Really? Which one didn't you like?
I preferred Monica my own self, but
of course you did.
I feel like
Monica had the better songs. Monica had the better songs.
She didn't write nothing. She was 15. She wasn't going through no heartbreak.
They both were about the same age. They both.
I
were
love you,
about
Monica.
The same age.
Don't think about that. I love you, Monica.
I felt like there was 2 types of people. You were either a Brandy person or a Monica person.
Just like you're either an SWV fan.
Thank you. I felt like
SWV. I feel like you were grown. You had like black artifacts in your house. Egyptian musk, because you dated men who used Egyptian musk. You were a grown woman when you were listening to SWV.
Yeah.
Oils on your skin.
So you wasn't grown if you were listening to Xscape?
No, you weren't. You weren't.
Candy's voice is the worst.
No. Listen. Okay, can I talk about Candy though?
No,
because listen, I don't even care about her voice.
Do y'all watch the show? Do y'all watch the show?
I don't. No. Because Candy.
Do you watch the show?
Because of
her writing.
I think because of
her pen. Her pen's nice.
And I think she's confident. Like
she's
her voice
cute
doesn't
as
have
crap.
to be
She
the
looks.
best.
She's better. She looks better now than she did before.
She backs it up with her writing skills.
Yeah, because you could be like, I'm cute and everything, and I can write.
She has a nice body. She has a nice face.
But at the time, she didn't have those things. She was really, really thin.
That's true.
And she wasn't. I mean, she was.
That's
cool,
why I didn't write rock with Xscape.
But even their whole thing wasn't the fact that they were the cute girls. SWV was the cute girls. Their whole thing. Remember, they were wearing the baggy clothes. They were never like the cute group.
I always thought the girls in the baggy clothes was TLC.
No. But no, TLC was
fine.
No, but it was like an engineer thrown together. Xscape was just a thrown together. They were a hashtag of a group.
Do you guys feel like TLC was for the youngest of people in that like I feel like SWV was like I feel like it was like okay if I take it year wise
SWV was a no look
I think like TLC was a
SWV was a little Debbie's of the groups. Not SWV. Sorry, Xscape was the Little Debbies. Like you have Hostess, which is like the top tier stuff, and then you had Xscape were the Little Debbies. I'm sorry, I'm just telling you. Just keeping it a beat.
But what was?
I liked honey buns too. Don't get me wrong, but
I never liked honey buns.
Huh?
I'm
not even talking to you about stuff. Your texture game and your.
I can always go for some honey buns being warmed up with some milk.
Here's the reason.
Y'all do too much. This is some poverty snacks. Y'all eating them up.
Relax. That's a good comfort food. Relax. Don't comfort me.
No honey buns, but I like the pinwheels. I warmed them up and got them with milk.
See?
Can we agree that Little Debbie's were a lower class snack cake? They were like trying to prove themselves on the block.
Not necessarily.
I already ran the city.
What? Hostess?
Then Hostess, yeah.
You can't say that because Hostess was the affordable version.
No.
Hostess was everywhere.
Debbie was affordable. Hostess was a little bit.
Look, Hostess was in your typical run of the mill neighborhood.
But
you had to go certain places to get.
I can get Little Debbie from a crackhead in 1999. He's gonna have the Little Debbies because they let you steal those. Hostess was at the front. Hostess was at the front. That's what SWV was. Sisters with Voices. They were up front.
Hostess had what they had the cupcakes.
Ding dongs, ho hos. They had
they were all Wonder Bread products. I lived right next to a Wonder Bread for like the majority of my childhood.
Tell me 3 Xscape songs compared to SWV.
I think he makes a good point.
What was it? Just Kicking It, and then Just Kick It, and then there was What I Need From You Is Understand. Wasn't that them too?
Exactly.
And then they had another one.
Then they had another one. But then they had another one. You said 2.
I did.
Nigga, 2-hit wonder.
God bless.
I put one of the songs on. I put one of the songs on the story.
So there's the Understanding, and then the one I just said.
Yeah.
2.
Kick off your
Hashtag.
No, kicking it.
Look. Little Debbie's. Little Debbie's. Okay, thank you.
Can y'all think of a third one?
No, because they were hashtag. You prove on point.
No, there's another one. I'm trying to think.
No, there's another one. Yeah, exactly. Little Debbie's.
So there's Kicking It. There was
These niggas are moon pies. God bless them. Candy, you're not in the thing. Yes, these niggas are moon pies.
Just kick it. Who can I run to? Understanding.
Who can I
run to? My little secret.
Exactly.
And the little secret. See, that's another one.
Well, yeah, that's a good comparison because I feel like SWV was
that was iTunes.
Yeah, whomever.
SWV was a little bit. They were a little bit polished.
They had more push behind them. Not saying that they didn't have equal talent. It was just a matter of the level of polish, the level of marketing.
Hold on. We are going to say they didn't have equal talent.
They didn't have
because
equal
the girls on SWV had
talent.
way better voices than all of them.
Okay, but it goes back to polishing. Who was younger in the game?
Xscape.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm not going to take away their talent. I'm just saying they weren't put together like SWV was.
I'll take it.
No, that's true. Yeah, and plus SWV had Coco.
Yeah.
And she was like
different. See, so you guys get the metaphor.
But okay, so
it's literally like the same thing. Like it's
but what's TLC?
Monica.
No, it's different.
What's
okay,
TLC
so no.
I'm saying,
Oh no, they're in a different category.
Okay. Were they more pop?
They
thinking more pop?
They were more pop. They're top ramen.
I'm dead.
The reason why they're top ramen is that all of us have eaten top ramen in here. All of us didn't live. All of us didn't. I don't like sweets that much, but niggas ate top ramen.
TLC.
Everybody.
TLC was more like a Happy Meal, bro.
Better. That's a better example because they were universal. They sold 10 million albums, nigga.
On the first two. Yeah.
And they were well-rounded.
And they
well-rounded.
And they were the first ones to have nakedness in their video.
They had condoms on their eyes. It was crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they were Happy Meals. They were household names. I love T-Boz.
Like when I said like the whole,
I like Chili.
There was something for everybody. At one point I liked Chili more than everybody.
And
then Left Eye at the end.
Come on, bro.
Left Eye was my girl. Yeah. Her verse when Donnell Jones's what's up, nigga, next level.
I never liked. Only reason why I didn't like Left Eye was because I felt like she was the rub of the group.
At first, that's what she did.
Because I felt like to split up the group. Like she was like the person who like,
which is crazy because that's how good marketing is because to be honest, she's the most talented. When you talk about like Penn, when you talk about like everything about her, she actually was that. That's why she started breaking away from the group. And you're like, oh crap, I didn't realize she was that talented.
Arguably the prettiest too.
I don't know about that.
That's a preference thing, but
you can say arguably she was the prettiest.
But my thing is like, but that shows you
it's
marketing.
3 of them. No matter which one you choose, she's still arguably one of the prettiest in the group.
Chili was the prettiest one.
I can't even say that because I love Chili later on, but T-Boz used to be my cup of tea, and then I went to Left Eye. Chili was cool, but
I feel like Chili was the coolest. I feel like Chili.
She was the most chill. You would kick it with her.
I feel like her and Kelly Rowland are the same. Like I feel like
okay, wait.
No,
I know what you're going at.
I feel like they're the same one. Like everybody, you can't not like them.
You're gonna marry Chili.
Yeah, you're gonna marry. You're gonna marry.
You're gonna marry Chili.
You're gonna smash. You're gonna smash. You're gonna smash Left Eye. You're gonna marry Chili, and you probably
T-Boz is the girl of your dreams.
Yeah. She's the unreachable one.
The girl next door.
She was the girl next door. Like you're always gonna remember her, but you're not marrying her.
She's out of your league. Type.
Yeah. No, but Chili. It's okay. You can be part of this conversation.
No, I can't be part of this conversation.
Yes.
You
didn't think of it like that, though?
Is that what?
You didn't think of it like that?
What do you mean?
I need to know your thing because I feel like we came to an agreement there where it's like.
Well, here's the thing.
Okay, I'm ready.
I guess at their peak, I wasn't interested in women, so it's really hard to kind of decide what I thought about.
No,
them
but
at this time.
you're a woman. When you look at women, you know who's who.
Right.
Okay, so what did you think?
At the time, I don't know.
Okay, the second album.
Well, I guess for
what's
me
the second album?
I wasn't
No Scrubs album.
Oh, Crazy
No, not Crazy Sexy Cool.
That's
the third. Sorry, my bad. At Crazy Sexy Cool, who was who? Who was that girl? Like, what did you think of them? Yes.
I think at that time I think Chili was that for me.
For you, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so then now when we got to the last one, Someone Pretty.
It was T-Boz for me then, because like T-Boz.
That's interesting because I was totally opposite.
Fan mail?
Yeah, fan mail.
I think
the whole red light.
Yeah.
And then I didn't necessarily get into Chili until the whole Usher Chili situation.
Yeah. That's fair. I can see that.
She's aging the best, and so now as an adult, you can look and be like, she's aging.
But then Left Eye always had that intrigue with me, especially after the Andre Rising situation.
Wait, I'm just out here burning.
Yes. Yes.
Well,
he had a tree after that.
Yes, like bro, like
you know what they said?
She must be different.
They said
she got something
they said
different.
That he lost credibility.
Yeah.
When his house got burned because he called the cops.
Yeah.
Look at our culture. It's terrible.
Terrible.
It's supposed to be a real one.
Like
we know
what,
she burnt it.
I just want to know.
She burnt the house
I just want to know what he did
He
that
cheated.
caused her.
He
to,
cheated.
He cheated, but
I know he cheated, but like
she's
dang,
different though.
Bro.
She built different.
No, she cheated. That's justification enough for me.
No,
Bruh.
it's true, but she's different.
I wonder if he got. Insurance.
I'm sure he did.
I'm sure.
I'm
Well,
sure he
it
did.
doesn't really
But
matter
isn't-
because like
isn't-
afterwards,
The houses back then for the money back then was crazy. When I looked at that, because they had the helicopter going over without. Yo, that house was wild.
He probably got it for like 150.
He probably got it for like no. Let's say
Probably
it's
15.
let's say it's
Probably
like
15.
$500,000. Let's say it's $500,000. Like $500,000 for that?
Back then,
It's crazy.
it's wild.
back then, it
What a
was.
time
And
to
he
be
wasn't even
alive.
like the top dude.
He wasn't.
He was cool.
What a time to be alive.
It was.
He wasn't even the top
He
wide
was-
receiver in the league then.
He wasn't.
He wasn't.
He wasn't. He was like he was deep. He was decent.
He was cool. We knew his name maybe
Yeah.
if you paid attention to football, but it was like,
Or
yo,
if you were a Bills fan.
yeah,
Yeah, true.
yeah. So okay, yeah. So Xscape.
But that's it.
God bless you. You just didn't have the team behind you.
I always felt like even when the comparison of like Brandy and Monica, like Monica always had the better writers behind her, and Brandy always
Brandy
had
had the
the
bigger
better
push.
voice.
But Brandy also had
I had the bigger push.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, true.
Yeah, Brandy had her mom's different. Her mom
Yeah.
built
Brandy had the
different.
bigger push.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, and that is sad because Monica should have had a.
She should have had a bigger push.
She should have had a bigger push because I feel like her music. I feel like she was the younger Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, she
Sure,
could.
yeah.
Yeah,
Actually sing.
Yeah.
True.
Because Mary J. can't sing.
That's true.
yeah, but she was from Yonkers, so I really don't care.
I mean,
I
love
think-
her. First of all,
I
love
think
her
it was-
Mary.
I
She
think it
can't
was-
sing. She can't
I
sing.
think it was that brown suit and
real.
them white Monica 3000 sandals.
That's hilarious.
The Heartbreak
I
3000.
never wanted to cause you no pain.
Those sandals were atrocious.
They were terrible.
Well, it was.
But I knew so many black
Oh,
girls with
wanna
them.
make things right.
Every girl I knew
It
did.
speaks to the times.
It was how she was sitting.
Bro, you saw how
like,
she was
It was.
She was almost getting her eagle on. It was crazy.
Like,
But-
bro,
but you
It was
think-
what?
cute.
Like
It
now-
was so 90s. It's what
It
it
was
was.
very
It was
90s.
so 90s.
But that
It
brown
speaks to the
suit,
times.
though, come on.
Now you have
man.
to be. Now every shot of you has to be like they have to proof it almost for
Yeah.
is this memeable?
Right.
A lot of times
Yeah.
they'll a lot of times they have your people will be like
I seen
we don't
somebody
like that
recreate
shot.
that
We don't like
video.
that shot.
Yeah.
I seen somebody
Which is
recreate
crazy,
that
because at the
video
time,
on
we weren't
TikTok
even thinking
or
about
whatever.
We weren't even thinking
She
about
was
it.
chilling on the curb singing her song, and we was chilling.
And then
on
she
the
was
curb
chilling,
with her,
and then she was
singing
chilling
her
on the
song.
roof.
Right.
She was chilling on the roof of the house.
And we were just right.
I just
Yeah.
want to go back.
And nobody
you know?
thought nothing of it. And now we
Only
want to
make
team.
things
Nothing.
right.
She was just
He's a Roy.
she was just being a kid.
Come on, bro.
Yo, she was mad. That's the other part too. Was that Brandy?
They was both mad young.
First of all, that's my song.
Daydreaming about
So
you.
I love that song. That song makes me smile literally to this day.
But
That
that's the
whole
thing.
album was
okay. So
was
let me ask the question before we go
Yeah.
to the next one. I feel like I could bring Brandy home and my mom would be cool. If I brought Monica home, my mom would have to sit down with Monica and like, I feel like you've been through some stuff. Don't hurt my son.
And that's the problem.
That was the marketing problem.
That's fair.
That's the marketing
Yeah.
problem.
I feel like
because then you find out that Brandy was actually the one who was throwing temper tantrums. You find out that she was actually
Yeah.
the one throwing stuff at people. You find out she was
Marketing.
You find out that she was the one who was actually the tyrant behind it all. With
Yeah.
like the
She was
marketing.
She
getting
was
back
the ghetto
crazy
one.
early.
Right.
She
getting
was
back.
the ghetto one,
She was,
but
I'm
like
not gonna say
stereotype.
ghetto. No, she wasn't ghetto. She was spoiled.
She was
There's
spoiled.
a difference.
She was
Yeah,
spoiled.
And so
yeah.
because she was spoiled and because
She was a
had
brat.
the image,
She was a brat, yeah.
And so you hear the stuff, and it's like, and you're right. Not that you're. I mean, that's the.
No, but
If
I'm
you
saying- but
if
that's
you
marketing.
set them
That
if
was
you
the way
set
the
them side
marketing
by
was
side,
given.
if-
Meanwhile, it was actually Brandy who was the one that was causing
But
the
okay,
if
problem.
you
let's
set
not-
them
let's-
side by side,
let's-
what they were
no, no, no.
actually doing
But-
in their
but
lives,
what-
you would think that what
who
Brandy
was
was
dating
doing
C
was done
Murder?
by Monica.
I mean,
Okay,
that's
that
not
was
what I'm
later.
talking
That
about.
was- that was
Actually,
later.
I'm just saying.
Who's still
Talking about
who's still
marketing.
down for C Murder?
marketing, actually.
Yo,
Your boyfriend's name is C Murder.
they
I'm just
they
influenced.
still they
Okay,
still have
gotcha.
conjugal visits.
That's
Listen,
crazy.
that's-
Your boyfriend
Those are
C
minor
Murder.
logistics, okay?
She was
We're
kicking,
talking
she was
about
kicking it
Brandy's
with Kobe.
marketing time.
Kobe was sitting here on Moesha like this, and you were kicking it with C murder?
That's later.
Chill.
Listen.
I'm just saying that would have never happened to Brandy. You would never have caught her.
Yeah, no, she was throwing stuff at people. That's what it was.
No,
Man,
well, we can get
like
deep,
I kid you not.
cool.
While we on this, I'm gonna just say this, and I'm
I'll
gonna just leave
both,
it there. If I didn't know that they were brother and sister, I would have thought that Brandy and Ray J were dating.
Oh, really?
I wouldn't have thought that. But
How close they have a dope relationship as brother and sister, but like it's a little too close sometimes.
I think Ray J becoming the forefront was one of the greatest things that ever happened in the hip hop community.
That's hilarious.
It was hilarious.
The hip hop community.
It was hilarious.
Not in the hip hop
so
community.
Entertaining. Yo,
Remember, he's entertaining.
he's entertaining as crap.
He's funny.
And I'm here for
With the Ray Cons.
Yo. Yeah, no, listen, they're not bad.
Not only, oh my gosh, he has so many inventions
They're very good,
that he came out with. Yeah, they're actually,
They're pretty good.
Okay, but yeah, sorry.
Next topic.
But I think she, I don't know.
SWV wins.
SWV wins.
100%, yeah.
ah man.
I don't know about that though.
Hold on.
Y'all
Can
watching the
name
show
three
though, right?
SWV songs now.
I could probably sing like 5 or 6 of them.
No,
Do I know
true
the
story.
names? I don't know the names of songs.
Because
You
we know
me.
the names. We were like 13.
Yeah, we were like 13
we're
or 14.
10.
I
But who
probably
you
should have known names.
But who you think is more popular?
SWV. Yeah.
SWV.
For sure.
Yeah, during the time, 100%.
Like Weak, that's one song alone that you can just say like
Everybody was going
know.
platinum. Everybody, because you had to buy a CD. So, like,
Yeah.
that's why people were throwing groups together, just throw them out there. I'm like,
That's
we're going to
true.
go at least platinum.
Yeah.
Now, if we go diamond like TLC or something like that is different. But as far as, like, everybody's going platinum if you put it together halfway right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
so,
Which is crazy.
yeah. A platinum plaque without a melody, as J. Cole said it.
bruh.
We need to go back to CDs and DVDs and
I
tapes.
don't because
I
I'm
mi-
a
I
part
do
of
not miss
Walmart.
those
Well, now I
days.
can just hit the button.
But you
Flipping
know,
through a book of CDs to find out.
I
which
know,
one you
you're
wanna
making
put in
mixtapes
oh my
for
gosh,
girls.
That was the
you're gonna
worst.
die in an accident.
That was the
Right.
worst.
Like, but I found the
Now
right
we just
CD.
like-
Yeah.
Like you can't leave to go somewhere or to work or anywhere until you find that perfect CD
Yep.
to throw in there. And don't let it have scratches on the back. Then you got to buy a whole nother CD.
Or you
And
gotta
that is
make
why
it.
Or you gotta
I
buff it.
prefer the streaming.
Yeah.
Ain't no buff. Ain't no got buff.
I just, I would, okay, with the streaming, what would you pay for a stream? Because I feel like they don't give the artist enough per stream. What? Right now it's like
Like
$9.
a subscription?
Yeah, for a subscription. What would be the top of what you pay for monthly?
What's $9? Apple Music?
Apple,
Apple
like
Music.
$9 or $10.
No,
Like
it's
$10.
not.
Without a
It's
student,
like
without
15. Let me tell you
no,
something.
with
Apple-
without a
I
student,
got
without a
like
student,
extra
it's
phone. I got
it's
extra
like
phone.
15
I
or
got
it's
little
like
family.
$9.99.
I
It's
got like
$9.99.
$16
If you're on a family plan, it's like 15, 16.
It is. Yeah.
She
They're
said, I
getting
know, I
me.
pay every
Thank
month.
you.
So-
Okay.
So what's the top? What's the top you would pay for?
I'm
For
not.
my Apple Music?
I'm different. but
Listen, as long as I
I'm paying
she
for.
said 16.
I'm
You
paying
want 20?
I pay $20
$4.99.
now for Netflix.
Wait,
I'm paying $4.99. Pay.
$30?
$20 for Apple Music.
Go ahead and
Okay.
switch.
I don't think I could do 30.
You-
But I
you-
could.
$1 a day, you couldn't have. You're doing it. She's doing $30.
So
Skip her.
$30?
Okay.
But you gotta remember, I got preteens on there.
Yeah, no,
I
she's
have to-
doing
I kinda
30.
have to
How much are you
supply
paying?
it.
For Netflix?
For streaming, no streaming for like a streaming music thing, so that you can access any CD, anything that you
I'm
want.
paying $4.99 now, so $4.99.
No. How? What's the top? What's the cap?
What's the top? What's the top you would pay for?
$25.
So that we get the
$4.99. What do you mean?
Nah, you ain't canceling it. You ain't built like me and Trey.
$4.99. What do you mean?
Yo,
Because
I
like,
was
at the
paying-
same
I was
time,
paying-
at
I
the
was
same time
paying
though,
$5, and I said, "You want me to jump to $8.99 because I'm not a student
at
anymore?"
the same time though,
F you and all.
at the same time though, I listen to the same songs over and over again. I rarely
No.
listen to
You're
new
not.
music.
If it jumps to
Really, you
$8.99,
have
you're
to.
not cutting it.
So I do pay
You're
for
cutting
it.
it?
And if it,
No.
when it goes up to $20,
I'm not
I'm
cutting
gonna
it,
go
but,
up.
like-
Okay,
$20.
so what's the
Again,
top? What's the
I have
top?
2 preteens on my thing. I have,
that's
I have.
I would
I'm carrying a
reasonably
family on
keep
my
playing
Apple
at
Music.
$10,
So it-
$12.
$12. He's saying 12. He might even go up to 15. You might begrudgingly do 15, but
I do a lot of stuff on Apple anyway, so when I keep seeing Apple sent you a receipt, I'm like, oh,
I
okay,
know.
whatever.
I don't have that. Thank God I don't have that. Yeah, you were just complaining. Yeah,
They got a lot of receipts for somebody who don't have a lot of stuff.
yeah, exactly.
But like, you gotta realize when you download a new CD or a new album or whatever, eventually you get charged for that.
I felt a preview of you guys' pain. I got Apple Plus TV because I like the show The Servant.
Oh
I
yeah,
was like,
they
why?
got
I feel
some
like I'm
dope
getting
shows on
billed
there.
every 21 days, not every 30 days.
I was gonna say, why didn't you ask me? I'd have given you my shit. 'Cause you know I paid for that too. 'Cause
Oh, no, I didn't- okay, I
paid
didn't
for
know.
that.
I should've asked you.
It's like,
Hey, just get you a jailbroken Fire Stick.
I got
You'll get
the.
everything.
I've been watching
Oh, yeah.
Shrinking on there. It's a good show.
Okay, I have to check that out.
And Ted Lasso too.
That's Ted. I actually watched like 2 or 3 episodes. That was actually.
They have some actually good movies on Apple TV as well.
The quality on Apple TV,
it's a lot better.
It's different.
The quality,
I feel like I'm there.
Yeah.
It's nice.
They don't have a lot of movies.
They don't have a lot of movies, but it's very the quality is nice.
The content of the movie.
It don't buffer as much. It's like everything is better.
Yeah.
Like
I probably would go. I say for music because I've known a lot of artists and I know how much they get and how much they don't get. I feel like I would go up to. I would probably go up to 40. If it was like $40 a month, you're getting music. Like you get everybody's music. You get everybody's music, all their past CDs, all their current stuff, all their new stuff, all the singles. I would do up to $40. Up to $40.
I'm gonna put y'all up on game real quick.
Yeah.
If you have an iPhone, buy your phone outright, and then get on the Forever iPhone plan. And then upgrade it every time there's a new phone that comes out. That way, you can always trade it in.
AT&T?
You can do Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile.
Forever iPhone, like you get the plan.
It's a Forever iPhone plan, so that way, when the new iPhone comes out, you can trade it in without having to wait a whole year and some change to upgrade your phone. That way, you get a whole new subscription to all the Apple Plus, Apple TV, Apple Arcade.
My clients were doing that, and these niggas is broke. They don't even got phone plates. Yeah,
because you can always wait. You can always wait until tax time, and then just buy your phone outright. Because it's only going to cost you about $1,100, $1,200.
I can't even.
I do the monthly. I do the monthly.
I just pay Apple every month.
Yeah, I do the monthly for the phone.
Okay,
I get mine for free. That's why I don't ever worry about. Because as much as I put back into Apple and buy a new product, I haven't paid for like a full subscription of Apple TV, Apple Arcade, none of that.
Apple
and
Arcade?
If you're playing games on,
like you guys are in a cult. I just want y'all to know that.
It's basically like.
We don't. So first rule of Fight Club, okay?
We don't.
Fight Club. Go on.
Chill out.
It's basically.
He's like Apple Arcade, Apple Health.
They do have Apple Health. They do have Apple Health. It's actually pretty amazing too.
As soon as my
nigga said it's the
rock.
Like honestly, if you have an Apple Watch, if you have an iPhone, you absolutely must have an Apple Watch.
If you have an Apple,
it makes it so much easier.
They make the connected thing in even the AirTags.
Okay. So not saying I'm doing dirt, but my cousin, her phone rang, her watch rang.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And then her computer rang.
Yep.
I don't like the idea, and Amber and I have talked about this, that when it comes to, I don't have, look, I have an Android.
I'm sorry.
All day.
So sorry.
When you call me, I'm sorry, I don't got FaceTime, I don't got an Apple. Because you're going to start people, because there's a psychology behind this.
But you can now FaceTime people who don't have iPhones.
It does, no, you got 6, you got to go through another app.
No, you don't. You just have to send a link. Like that's the new update.
I'm gonna act like I'm tech.
It's been for a while.
No, I've heard about that. Yeah. But my thing is like, I'm not tech savvy. That's my excuse. Because like, why am I gonna go through 8 or 9 different things to do that? They have y'all locked in. Y'all are probably already paying $60 a month.
That's the only reason why I didn't switch. I switched so late was because I didn't like that either. I didn't like the fact that your messages will come on my tablet. Will come on.
So if Shorty do
it's convenient. Okay. It's honestly convenient because
say for instance, does it get hemmed up?
Say for instance, if you leave your phone, God forbid, at home, right, and you have your watch on, you can still make phone calls. You can do emails. You can do everything that's with your watch.
My sister calls her phone on her watch all the
time. You can do that all the time.
Okay, I'm doing dirt. Yeah. I'm doing dirt. Let's say I'm doing dirt.
That's your
it's
fault.
No. Apple has nothing to do with my morality. So what happens is, let's say I'm doing dirt. Now she's using my laptop to go type a paper.
You can turn that feature off.
It's your fault.
No,
I have to go and turn the feature off. It's automatically on.
No,
you can do that from any one of your whatchamacallit.
There's a prompt because I've had an iPad and an iPhone. There's a prompt that comes up when you log into your little Apple.
Would you like this to join?
Just the first time.
No. So when you log into with your Gmail or whatever, the prompt comes up. Do you want to sync the
You say no,
and you hit no, and it won't do that.
Ever.
And I remember, until you go back into the settings and fix it.
If you get another device, it'll ask you the same question.
The same thing. And so yes, with every device,
so you have to be strategic with your dirt doing. If you decided initially,
first of all, you should be. And I say that just because I had a kid. I have a kid, and so she would watch some little YouTube. You know, she's like 4 at the time.
Yeah.
And so she would watch a little Barbie stuff on YouTube all the time. And so I didn't have my messages going to my iPad.
Oh, so she was hitting licks.
Because she could have been.
Yeah.
So I just didn't let her have access. So I turned that stuff off because I didn't want my messages going to my iPad.
Yeah, because my son can read really well.
Because listen, I didn't want that stuff going in there.
Yeah.
So no, you can turn it off. Y'all just make it seem like it's just an automatic no.
You can go to any one of your settings.
You hit no, and you keep it
Mind
pushing.
you, I haven't had iPhone. I've had an iPhone for work once.
That's why I said.
Okay.
First rule about Fight Club is you don't speak on Fight Club. So
because
because you don't have one, chill out.
No, I've been in possession for one for 6 months, and there was just too much that was integrated. There's too much integrated.
It's really easy
to integrate.
It's really
you can breathe
easy.
on the phone, and now you're syncing everything.
Correct.
Yeah. It's really easy to do a lot of stuff. Like a lot of the apps run smoother on iPhone than they do on Samsung, which sucks. Because I like my Samsung.
But this is the thing. But now when I'm on the phone and I'm trying to do something, if I don't have an Apple ID, I have to go down to the geniuses down there and go call somebody in order to do something. I don't like that they have so much power and control over something that I paid money for, especially when I paid a lot of money.
That's where you got to remember your stuff. Or just
I gotta remember my stuff. This is my stuff. It's not mine. That's what happens with the iPhone. That's why I really don't rock with. Like, I'll get an iPhone probably one day for like business, like as a secondary phone. But I'm always gonna keep this because I got an SD card in it. I have control. I can take permissions away. I don't have to have an Apple ID.
That's what the cloud is for. You don't
the cloud now they got everything. They're like China.
No,
just playing with you.
Forgive
me, China. I'm trying to come out there to Hong Kong. I'm just playing with you guys. I'm just playing with you.
Like they make it all where you don't have to do nothing.
Easily accessible.
It's not, and that's not cool to me.
Like it's a little crazy.
It is
because you can have your phone could be going off. You reach your phone, your watch, and you'd be like, "Oh, okay."
They can remind you to watch the next episode of Servant while you're listening to your new album.
Remind that nigga to bring my bottle home.
Exactly.
But also,
that's crazy.
But also,
no,
the
it was
air
crazy
tags.
To us when we seen it, we were like, "That's wild."
The air tags will tell you when one is tracking you.
Yeah.
So that was the other thing because like people were like, oh, the iPhone, people were tracking people with AirTags, but now you know there's an AirTag around, and it's like, bro, I can't even do dirt in peace if you wanted to.
Even so, it's actually funny. Even with the AirPods, when you open it. So,
a girl checked the girl's air. Did you guys hear about that?
No, so me and Avery both, we have AirPods, we both have iPhones or whatever. And so she had opened them because she was playing, she was clicking it open and close. And on her phone, a little thing came up that said, "These are not your earpods."
Yeah.
That's no. I don't need anything in my house to be that smart other than me.
Because she was just sitting, she was just clicking,
listen.
because she's 12. She's clicking it.
I need to be the smartest thing in my house.
Like, hold up,
that's
bro.
all I have to do.
Like, bro, you can't use these AirPods.
But like, even with you having an Android, you're not the smartest thing in your house.
No. I know Android. We've been rocking for years. No, listen. This is how crazy. No, this is how crazy with Android was. They were actually going to put me on a business line because I was using so much data back in like 2008 before like when 4G just came out. Like I had the first 4G phone. So I'm well acquainted with everything, the permissions, the Google system, all that kind of stuff. So it's cool. But going to iPhone, it's kind of like, trust us.
Nah,
don't worry about what's behind there.
I cannot.
Trust us.
I can't get jiggy with an Android. I kid you not.
No.
And I don't mean to change the topic or whatever, but like, I was in a relationship, and then like, I kid you not, she had an Android phone, and I had a moment of weakness, and I went through her phone, right? And I promise you, I couldn't get anything out of her phone because I didn't know how to work an Android phone.
Wait, that's
hilarious.
I did not know how to work it. I didn't know how to get to her apps or her pictures, none of that stuff.
Wait,
so it was basically a wasted.
That's like another topic.
And not only that, but I got caught.
He said, and I got caught.
You could have went on YouTube.
I didn't know, like, I didn't have the time to go through her phone, like, check YouTube. I didn't know how to work it.
Okay, now it's funny to me because if I was going through her phone, PJ Morton, shout out to you. He has a song called "Go Through Your Phone."
My brother played with PJ Morton before.
Like that. So it actually to me would seem like it would be harder to go through. No, it's funny because it's actually harder because the security system on iPhone is really intricate because it's all tied to Apple in the cloud. But it's like everything's so connected that if something popped up, I can see what you're doing. So it's weird but Android I'm so comfortable with.
Not technical. Like you can change your settings to where like if somebody was to text me while my girl had my phone, I can set it up to where like it doesn't show the message unless you open it, and somewhere you can have it to where your messages are blocked to where you can only use your facial recognition.
No, but I'm saying, but it's easy to sync in. My thing is like, I'm not trying to do dirt, but I'm just saying it's like people have so much access to so much stuff when you have iPhone because everybody does that, and then they always want to have access to you because like I want to FaceTime you all the time, and I'm like I don't like that. Sometimes I don't want you to know that I read your message. I have to turn that off.
No,
you know.
Yeah, I turn that off.
I turn it off automatically.
Samsung does it too, doesn't it?
They do not.
Samsung does it, but like other groups, they don't.
Yeah,
I turn it off automatically, but then I'll turn on read receipts for individual people.
To see that I read it and just didn't respond.
No. Listen. That's great for you, but for me, I'm just like, I don't even want to have to worry about that. Like, yo, can I? This is my phone.
Nope, they gotta know what you're doing too.
Yeah. Who's that peeking in your window, Cam?
Exactly.
Listen. I have an idea when Android's here, but I don't have an idea when I'm dealing with iPhone.
Yeah,
I'm dead.
Okay.
Tim Cook's looking through my window. I can see a bunch of people.
We didn't want you part of the club anyway.
Listen, that's cool. Listen, God's
that's
God's
good.
But if you got
Can't
one
see
tomorrow,
here.
Yeah.
Seats.
She's like, one tomorrow. Exactly. She'd be like, finally.
Welcome to the dark side, sir.
It would be so great. My work rides home.
Yeah.
Would be so cool.
She done run through all my bandwidth, all my data.
Yeah. Still in your hotspot without you knowing it.
Like, hey, we're twins.
I love stealing people's hotspot. Or like one of my favorite things to do is to go out in a public place and then everybody's on their phone and then just airdrop a random picture.
That's
like
crazy.
The
Something else you can't do on Android.
That airdrop thing is lit. Like you can Cash App request. You can Apple Pay request airdrop stuff in a group of people, and like everybody's like looking around. Who sent this? Like it is amazing.
There was a dude on the plane. He airdropped a dick pic to everybody in the plane.
Who had their phone open.
Do you know how many nasty photos I probably would have seen? Because I'm over here like, oh, so how does
I used to do that at the club. Well, not sending dick pics. I used to drop a picture that said send nudes as an airdrop, and then at the club.
And I would have been saying that. I'm like, who told me to send nudes? This is crazy. Like, no, that's what I'm saying.
And
like,
people
I don't
would
know.
do it.
And
people would do it.
You can also send your mixtape though too.
You can.
Hey.
Or your website.
Or your link to your website.
SoundCloud.
I would have thought I had a virus.
Podcast.
That's how much stuff I'd have been receiving.
Everything, bro. Like airdrop is.
This is why I say with my Android because I can't get a drop from the air.
Like imagine not being able to find something on your MacBook and then you're like, dang, I know where it's at on my phone. True. Let me just airdrop this real quick.
It's great.
And then boom.
It took me so long.
Me and my sister airdrop stuff to each other across the room all the time.
Or the walkie-talkie feature on the Apple Watch. Yo,
over there, she'd be like, Amber, check this out. Airdrop it to me.
No, you can freaking walkie-talkie people.
They're about to have the Appleverse. It's about to be different.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's already here. Quit tripping.
It's a great place
is that
to be.
A thing too?
Not yet.
Okay, but it's coming.
But
yeah, you can go to the next because y'all got this thing going on here. I don't know. I'm over here just thugging it out, being a hacker.
Go ahead and join the dark side, bro.
The next topic
a computer
is,
hacker. That's what I am right now.
Trump. The next topic is Trump, but before Trump, I wanted to talk about Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
Sick.
Well, who wants to go first?
So, at first I see the article.
Can I say something?
He hit the chick, and I was like, damn.
I know.
And then we see the article with the lawyers trying to do cleanup. He ain't hit the chick. Somebody knows. We're trying to figure things out. And I'm just like, man, Jonathan, please don't hit the chick. And we wasn't there. First of all, that's a big nigga to be hitting anybody. Let's get that out the way now. I think it's way too big.
Like
strangled, beat up, all that good stuff.
I heard. Well, it's it's funny. Not funny.
Not true.
Not funny, but so of course. So I hear this because I already know. I'm like, bro, you're like number one in both two movies.
You have two number one movies in the box office.
So you know what? You know what I think about? I'm like, he's got. So they didn't have it on there because so like when you have a leading man that you're setting up to be because you only have one nigga at a time for like 5 or 6 years. He do 18 movies in 6 years, right?
Yeah.
So
and TV shows.
TV shows. He got He's got like speed dick stick deodorant. He has all kind of stuff. Yeah. So when they're setting him up for this, I'm like, they're gonna do everything they can. I didn't even know he had a girlfriend.
Yes.
He has a But that's the thing. So I'm like, ain't nobody gonna go call on him like that, and they're gonna like this had to be a white woman. Because you remember Ray Rice? She got turned into juice. And that nigga didn't say and nothing happened. It was on camera. Nothing happened. Because
something happened.
Something did happen. But so I knew it was I was like, so then I go through and I go like on the second page of Google and I see some black media outlet thing and they were like, yeah, it was a Caucasian girl. And I was like, oh, and
it's wouldn't have called the cops.
Because it was just an interesting it was an interesting cultural thing. That's really what it was. It was like it was such an interesting cultural thing because it was like when you see him go through this, the only person like black people see things differently than Caucasian people because she knows that like the lick is gonna be different.
But the whole thing isn't true because she made it up.
Is that true?
And she went back and said,
no, I didn't know.
She went back to say,
I seen the lawyer trying to do cleanup.
The lawyer did that, but she came back and said that he didn't do it.
Okay.
But this is the thing. But let's keep it a bean. This is what I say culturally, because that was my first thought. Culturally was that if we really looked and dug into all of the people who we consider dope and all that kind of stuff, they all got dirt, right?
Yeah.
So when this had happened, I was like, this has to be this person. I feel like it's going to get walked back because he's about to go on a tear. So they would want to clean it up. But I'm like, but for this to even come out where Shorty even makes a call.
That's the thing. Like
I was like, it had to be.
She had to have known who the nigga was.
She has to operate in a level of privilege.
There's a chink in the armor, and you find that even if it's something that it's not their fault.
Yeah.
Even if there's something that they might have been in the room.
Even if somebody brushed up against him, he accidentally knocked into her.
Exactly.
And apologized afterwards. He still pushed me.
And it looks like something different.
And there's a level of privilege that different people who aren't us operate under sometimes, where that even though she's like, oh, dang, I probably shouldn't have done that. Whatever the case may be, he could have actually done or he didn't do it. It was just like a matter of like, it just to me, that was the first thought I thought. I was like, man, this had to be this kind of girl, because every time we've seen it in other capacities, it's been, and this thing we never heard about, because people sometimes like, oh, this person, like we talk about Chris Brown, all that kind of stuff. I don't know what Shorty did to Chris Brown before he went and he did whatever he did. My thing was saying is like, it just is what it is. And I just thought it was just really interesting culturally, where it was like, oh, the first thought that I had in my mind, I'm like, this chick, whoever it was, this nigga about to be on a tear. He's already on a tear. This had to be someone who operated at a different level of privilege to even do that, because most people coming from where we're from, they would have been like, don't F up the opportunity because I may never get this again.
Yeah.
So it was just interesting. That was my first thought when I seen it. I wasn't even thinking about him.
I think it's just crazy because you think like, okay, he's on this rise.
Yeah.
People are banking a lot of money on him.
Yeah.
Something like this can tear down a lot, tear down a person where they never come back.
Yeah.
But at the same time, in my mind, I'm having two different thoughts, because I'm like, dang, I'm cheering for this to not be true.
Yeah.
But I'm also not thinking about if the person actually was a victim. I'm not really caring about the victim. Yeah. If it really happened.
What did Cameron say? He said niggas get shot every day. B, you be all right. You know?
Yeah. And it's so weird, because it's like a lot of people like jump to conclusions like, man, this nigga done did it. Some people started canceling him and all this other stuff. Come to find out, a couple of days later, she reneges on her story and she says that he actually didn't do it. So now the people that did counsel him either have to apologize to him, or they have to stick by what they might
have.
did.
So she has come out and said that she made it up.
Yeah,
Did she speak to the motivation as to why she would make something like that up?
They said some mental illness or something like that.
But let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it a bean.
We can say it's a lot of
Let's
things.
keep it a bean, because when this has happened to some of our other people, what has happened? Things became civil, and now listen, we're gonna write you into this.
I just want to know what the repercussions for her are going to be.
There aren't. No, she's getting a bag.
Because they're gonna say
she's getting a bag.
Here's what happened. Yeah,
she's getting a bag.
Because you can say, hey, if you take this report back, if you take everything back,
we can write 5 or 10% in for you,
and just say you were going through a tough time. We will get you next week. We will get you your money. Next week.
Yeah, tomorrow.
But you have to,
or written into a contract. Yeah.
But you have to
say that this wasn't it.
You'll get either a lump sum, or what is it called? Not the lump sum, but you'll get a check for annuity for the rest of your life.
Yeah, because this is bigger than you, and so I was just saying, like, but it was just interesting that it even came to that, because we saw times where there were videos where like, it wasn't me.
No.
But
the time this dropped though, it was like. Yesterday evening?
Yo, I saw it was like 3 hours.
Yeah.
It was
really?
it was like late last night, because it was
I
hours.
seen it yesterday.
I read the first report. It said 1 hour. The next one was like 2 hours.
When I seen it, it was like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
20 minutes ago.
So when you guys were telling me that she reneged, I was like,
it was like I went to TMZ because somebody I was
on Twitter when I saw it.
I was on Twitter and somebody said not Jonathan Majors, and I seen a whole bunch of posts. I was
and then it was just thread after thread after thread after thread, same picture and everything.
I was like, oh no.
Like
listen. 90% of my feed has been him and him and Michael B. Jordan out here like hugging like bros. Like it's really for the last 4 weeks. That's what I've been.
Have y'all seen Creed 3?
Yes.
Not yet.
Oh my god,
it's really good.
It's actually really good. I love the fact that they put a Dragon Ball Z memento in there.
Okay, we have recorded proof. If you want to go see a movie, I will pay for every movie you want to go see from now until 2025 if you go see the movie.
It's not the money. It'd be busy. Like, we got it. If I tell them I want to see it, they'll take me to see it. It's not the money. It's just, we just be busy.
It's a great movie.
I know. That's what I keep
pick
hearing.
y'all up.
I've seen it twice.
Do you have a family plan for your Cinemark?
I have AMC.
No,
I'm an AMC Stub Club member.
People to go see this movie. I'm just a movie, but I went to go see John Wick 2.
John Wick 4 was fire as hell.
For the second time last night.
I went to go see it on opening night. It was the best John Wick movie.
It's dope.
I think my son and I might go see it.
It's the longest one, and it's good.
Has he seen the other ones? He's
seen. I think he's seen one or two. I think he's seen one. I think he saw one.
I might go see John Wick again tomorrow.
That's probably yeah. I seen it twice. It's really good.
I seen it in the Dolby Theater in at Kent Station. Like that's probably my favorite theater to go to.
Theater.
I haven't been to the theater in a while, but yeah.
Like the Dolby Theater. If you want to see a movie, go see John Wick in the Dolby Theater.
Have you seen any of the John Wicks?
I have.
Which ones?
All of them.
I've seen 1, 2, and 3. Yeah.
Which ones you like? I think I like 2 the best.
I think I like 2 the best as well.
So was 2 the one where he meets Lawrence Fishburne?
Before like 3.
He meets Lawrence Fishburne in the
yes,
subway.
Yeah.
I like 2. I think I like
3,
2 the best.
3 was probably my favorite because of Halle Berry and the dogs.
Yeah, the dogs are dope.
Oh my gosh.
The dog in this one is dope. It's the same type
it's
of
the
dog.
same type of breed of dog.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't like that dog though. It's an ugly dog.
It's like a Malamute.
It's a Malinois.
Malinois. Yeah.
But they're like a smaller.
They're like the top
smaller husky
breed
no,
hunter dogs.
It's like a smaller German Shepherd.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like a slimmer, smaller German Shepherd, but they have better legs.
Okay, I see. When you said when you said that, I was like thinking Malamute, which almost looks like a husky.
The movie is like really funny. It has a lot of action, but like the storylines in the movie, top tier, bro.
I never even think about them for storylines. I'm just like they just got mad fighting in them for like mad long.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. Yeah, it's crazy.
I think that's what it is. Like it's a throwback to the movies that we grew up. Like there's action scenes and stuff like that, and it's not like overly complicated, but it's good fighting. But also in other movies we've seen, these are like, I don't really like this, but we're like, hey, it's Keanu Reeves. Okay, sign me up.
And it's funny because he has like no. It's funny that we all like this movie so much, and he literally has like 4 lines.
He has no dialogue.
We don't care about that.
Yeah. We don't need him to like
dumped on.
Like
there's no
some of the shots,
acting,
some of the shots in this movie are like phenomenal. Like
because you're looking for fight scenes. It's for action. Yeah.
But like just
Common when Common and Homeboy fought.
I'm saying these movies don't require him to have to.
Well, and he doesn't have. Yeah, you're right. He doesn't have a lot of lines. He doesn't have to.
No, but you remember when him and Common fought? Listen, that
was one of the dopest ones.
I love them niggas fought in like 16
falling down the stairs. Falling down the stairs.
I wish Common would have been in this one too.
Yeah, but
how are they going to bring
you already
him
know what happened to him in movie number 2.
Well, no, but I think it would have been a cool callback to have a villain in the third one.
I just by looking at the previews,
one.
I thought that Halle Berry was going to be in it, but then I saw it. I was like, okay.
Because of the dog, yeah.
That's why she has to start OnlyFans. Is that up on your thing?
She has an OnlyFans.
She's an OnlyFans.
I feel like.
Wait, what?
I feel like I just heard that from somewhere. I didn't research into it.
I'm about to look.
She doesn't have an OnlyFans.
You have a computer?
Hold on.
I'm looking.
I just heard that.
So do we know how much the subscription is?
Okay, I'm gonna need you to chill.
Cause what?
No, because I was like, maybe that's why she has an OnlyFans because she didn't hit this third lick. Because I don't know. I'm not sure. I was just saying, like, I heard something about her. It was just
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry.
Huh.
What's her name?
China. Home last night, Halle Berry.
China got rid of hers.
She's getting rid of the filler. She's trying to get what's the name?
Black China, you mean?
Yeah, Black China. Yeah. I don't know. I literally just heard it somewhere. I'm like, because I didn't know she was not in the 4th movie because I haven't seen it yet. I'm sure you didn't hear that.
Halle Berry ain't got no goddamn OnlyFans.
I definitely saw that on Facebook.
If she had one, she would make more money.
Probably doing, to be honest, yeah.
Than her movies.
At this point, yeah.
She would make more money with her OnlyFans than her movies.
Because if Black China is making,
she wasn't making that much.
She said she wasn't making that much. She said she was making like $2 million a month.
Which is
that's still a lot.
Which it's still a lot. It's still a lot. But she said one more she wasn't making 20.
Nah. $2 million a month is wild.
That's
wild.
That's
just all you gotta do is bust it open.
But like, if you're Halle Berry, you don't even have to like show nudes. People are still going to subscribe. She could make her subscription every month for $50, and people would still.
She would have a whole production because she's part of that lifestyle. Not saying I wasn't trying to. I just had seen it. I thought somewhere, but like I'll have to do research to see if that was a thing.
She would stop acting though if she did that.
Man, if she recreated the Monsters Ball scene, or just dropped the Monsters Ball scene on there. Or even Swordfish? Come on, get out of here.
Yo.
Come on, bro. Those live rent-free in my head, bro.
The Swordfish one, yeah. The Swordfish one, yes.
Which is crazy, because I know niggas who haven't seen Swordfish.
I just want to feel good. Come on, you let Billy Bob Thornton beat cheeks? Come on, bro.
That's crazy out here. But no, I don't know why that you guys had said her. It just came to my mind, but I'll research it for next time. But yeah,
I looked it up. She's no, sir.
I'll have to do more research into it.
There's another person that spells her name the same way on OnlyFans, but Halle Berry, unfortunately, is not on.
Oh, she had her name fishing. That's crazy.
You can do a deep fake though. You can do deep fakes.
That's true. Speaking of deep fakes,
there
was quote unquote a deep fake at the post credit scene on Shazam.
Don't nobody want to see Shazam.
They didn't believe it was Gal Gadot, but it was actually Gal Gadot.
No, they did. They thought it was.
They thought it was a deep fake.
That was a good movie.
I didn't see it yet.
I need to see that as well.
I have no desire.
Have you seen Black Adam yet?
I did. I didn't like Black Adam that much.
And I didn't see Black Adam either.
I don't think they did as great a job.
I like it because of how he's the anti-hero, but like all the killing scenes was fire.
For as long as he's been trying to make it, it should have been better than that.
It should have been better.
But yeah, this last Shazam, I do want to see because like my son, this is like something I could take my son to and it'll be fun.
I think he would like it.
Yeah, he probably.
A lot of people who I've talked to who have like kids and like older kids.
Because the first one was kind of funny too. It was like had the funny aspects and the elements. So yeah, that's cool.
I didn't want to see it. I was like, oh, looks like.
I want to see Dungeons and Dragons. Not gonna hold.
I've heard everybody saying that's a good movie.
I gotta go see that. Yeah,
it comes this week.
It's already out. I thought.
No, it comes out this week, the 31st.
Oh, okay.
And then Mario comes out.
So basically, we can see Dungeons and Dragons.
Mario looks good.
We can see Dungeons and Dragons on Thursday.
See Mario,
yes,
but
yes. Yep.
Because like a lot of people didn't. I was surprised when somebody told me this that a lot of people didn't know that you can see movies 24 to 48 hours before they drop in theaters at a lot of theaters.
I've been doing that for years. Yeah. Like you go Thursday. Most movies come out on Friday.
Yeah, you can go see it late night Thursday.
Yep,
because see it.
And
I just thought you had a plug or something like you knew Shorty at what's name.
But that's basically like they're trying to get a jump on on the money.
That's how box office makes all their
instead of Friday to Sunday,
it's usually Wednesday.
Yeah, like a Thursday night.
It's usually Wednesday through.
It's usually Wednesday night for like. Some movies will get released in L.A. and New
York.
Most
popular ones.
Okay, I know that. Yeah,
on Wednesday.
Yeah.
But most times it's Thursday night, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and that's how they calculate a weekend. If it's a holiday, they'll also put in Monday because of the holiday weekend, so they'll count that. So it looks bigger.
It looks bigger than.
It looks bigger, especially if you made $10 million on Thursday night, and then you made $70 million on the weekend.
Then more niggas are gonna come out and see it. Okay, yeah.
So, but I've been doing. I go right after work. I'll go to a Thursday night show and get me.
And if you're a Stubbs card member, you get Wednesday nights half off for $5 tickets.
We might need to do a separate podcast on like finessing the system, like about. Entertainment. I can do some stuff on some other stuff too, just like to give the people what they need, what they want.
That'd be cool.
That would actually be cool because I know a lot of stuff on like the other side of the game, like on some museum stuff. I
need a tax hack.
You need a what?
A tax hack.
What's that?
Tax. Somebody to file my taxes for me.
Oh. You haven't filed your taxes?
No, it's the April 15th.
Nigga, what?
Holler at me later.
As soon as them W-2s be dropping, I be dropping them like that same
He said it. Yeah.
But I owe money.
Huh?
Every year?
I owe money.
Kids.
I have no kids.
Don't forget to do your business.
Hey, holler at me later.
Yeah,
well, you missed it if you haven't done your business taxes already.
Yeah, I missed it for this year, but I need to because
If you didn't make money, just file that you didn't make money.
I didn't sell anything.
If you didn't make money, I'm not a financial expert, but if you didn't make money, just file that you didn't make money.
No, I know that part, but I'm saying
I didn't sell anything or make any money.
Because I made too much for a single person. They try to take.
You need to go find a baby.
I need to find two.
On that,
wait. Like I said, yeah, okay. Well, aren't you? I'm not a financial expert, so this is not advice. It's just things that I've seen that work for other people. So there are things that you can do, nonprofits. There's other things like that participate, and then also if you did, because I know some people are very, some people are very charitable people. People are very charitable, so sometimes they take care of. So some people, like, like I know, like at some points I've taken care of a lot of people's kids, and you just keep the receipts. And now, if you've paid for more than 50% of somebody's thing, you get to go. That is true. So there are things that even if you're a W-2 person, that can help you with your tax situation.
I've had people let me use their kid on taxes.
Not my kid though.
Yeah.
You gotta go find a kid.
So
I use my kid.
So like I said, there's that. If you have a business, there are tax deductions that you can make for for that.
A ton for
meals. That's why I tell people, as far as if you get your LLC, file an S-Corp. Not advice, but just something that I've done in the past. You file S-Corp, and then now you can deduct all those expenses out. You eat with somebody, and it's about business. You got that. Down to the point, gas, depreciation on vehicles. You don't have to have a 6,000-pound vehicle to claim to claim the vehicle. You can claim the whole vehicle for 6,000 just for the business, but but there are other. If you're a business owner, that's what people don't realize. Like, business owners are always thinking about how to get away from taxes because I don't want to get charged a third of my money on taxes. Yeah, because it doesn't really make sense, especially if you just move your money right. It's like literally a form or two and some accounting.
True.
To do that. But I'll let you do the last one or two.
We can get out of here, though.
Okay.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Black Pew Podcast.
This was fun.
And we will see y'all next week. Oh, I have one question.
Because the wizard didn't come today.
The wizard didn't come today, so we have one question.
Yep, we ready.
What was the question? Oh man, I had it in my head too. It was a good one. Okay. This is going. I stole it from somebody else. You can have one. But you cannot You can have new pair of clothes, but you can't change your hair. You can't do anything to your hair. Or you can do anything to your hair, but you can't touch your clothes.
I feel like
so I have to wear the same outfit all day, every day, or I just can't buy new clothes.
You can't buy new clothes.
But I can wear what I have in my closet.
No, what you have on.
So it's only the same outfit.
It's the same, whatever the outfit you have the same, but you can do whatever you want to your hair.
Or I can change my clothes every day and can't do nothing to my hair. Like I can't retwist it.
You can't retwist it.
I'm Doug.
You can't brush it.
I'm Doug.
You can't brush it. You can't pull it back. You can't do anything.
So this is it.
I'm Doug. Like I said, I could be all the same. I don't care.
You don't care.
But also that includes your facial hair.
Oh no.
Nah. So here's the thing. I have locks. So I'm kind of just like, I'll change my clothes and just let it do its thing. So I mean, that's what they do.
Yeah. No, now my facial hair. Now, if you would have called me yesterday, a couple of days ago, like a week ago, when I had everything lined up and stuff, we would have been cool.
But you're okay with hair?
Yes, I'd rather change my clothes and not do my hair, just because I said I have locks. So the whole thing is
the purpose of getting the locks was to be able to not have to have maintenance on your hair.
And
so that's a light one. That's light. Yeah, I be wearing black, grays, neutral tones all the time. I really don't be caring.
I'm a woman, so I like changing my clothes. I like feeling pretty. I like wearing the heels. I like doing the fun things. So it would mean more to me to be able to change my clothes every day.
Once I get rich, I think I definitely want to change my clothes more often.
I love getting dressed up.
Yeah.
Really? I don't know which one I would pick. I'd probably pick the hair. Forget the clothes.
You going to change your hair?
Well, why?
How?
Because I don't want it to grow. I don't want it to grow like crazy.
Oh, because then we'll be able to see your hairline. Yeah. How far back is it?
It's not far. What is it? It's like it's here, but
that's not bad.
That's interesting.
But it doesn't grow full everywhere.
Right. So you would rather be able to shave every day.
I would rather be able to shave.
Shave. Yeah. Okay, I get.
My clothes. I wear the same clothes every day.
Yeah. No. Because I'm a woman, and because our image is such, because our image weighs so much on how we're viewed to everybody else. For me, I would need to change my clothes.
That would be another one. You should add that to your repertoire.
What?
Do it specifically towards ladies, but like have something in their situation and their aesthetic, because women aesthetic's really important. Like to change, like either you have to go start like balding, like niggas just getting like the drop top, like you're a girl, you can keep your body like your body's banging, but you have to get a drop top, or like
you keep your
or like I said, it was like your body start going away, like like I said, you have to like choose one of them because you like
can't enhance anything of your
body,
yeah, your hair,
yeah,
your hair you can, but also
they should have all the girls.
That'd be mean.
But it would be interesting.
Wild. So you're telling me I have to pick between my hair or my body?
Hair, body, clothes, because for instance, let's say you don't do anything, but you can change your clothes up. Because like I know some girls who have short hair, or they have the face for short hair. Some girls don't have the face for short hair.
True.
Yeah, and so it's like, so if you just had like a drop top, but you had to rock it, like you have to rock your natural hair until the day you die. Whatever you do, you can shave it off, but like you have to watch that. But like I said, you have to do that, but you can change your clothes up. You can get a BBL. You can do whatever you want to do there, or you could change everything up. You can get Sona Bello. You can do all that kind of stuff, but like
that would be hard. But I feel like the one I heard was shoes and hair. It was shoes and hair.
Shoes is too light though.
For guys?
Oh no, for guys. No. For guys.
For guys, shoes is hard.
Shoes is kind of hard.
For women too.
Yeah.
A lot of women have shoe fetishes. On top, not just fetishes, but like a lot of women like shoes. On top of the fact that like
a woman getting a drop top.
Hey, depending on the chick.
A woman wigs are three. I was gonna start the business three bundles and a closure because of that reason.
I don't wear wigs.
I've seen some people wear wigs and I'd be like, "You had nice hair."
A lot of people do wear wigs.
Yeah.
Have nice hair. Angelica has a head full of beautiful hair and still wears wigs.
Why?
Lazy?
But isn't it more work?
It's more. I think a lot of young, because I used to be married to a woman.
I don't think she's lazy. I don't think she in particular is lazy, but a lot of time it's the convenience of I braid it down and now I don't have to think about it for a week.
Yeah, so you have Jim Jones braids underneath there, and then you just do whatever, or you have like Kizzy braids.
But if you sweat, well, I guess women don't sweat like us.
Well, because they're not doing expending them. So some of them do, but as far as like, I think what it is two things: is that the accepted norm for them in their brain, and just it used to be accepted as like to have this laid hair. Me, when I see it, it's kind of like it's kind of interesting because most of the girls that I've actually talked to, they actually don't wear weaves. But I do know that in the past, like weaves have been the normal, common thing in corporate America. So like they do it because, like you said, it's easy. They do it because it's accepted. They do it for these, the Eurocentric ideology is accepted. But it would just be really interesting. It's like you have to rock your natural hair, which means that you would actually have to learn how to do it. Like my ex-wife, she was really good with hair, and she always rocks her natural hair, and she knew how to do all the things with it. But it still was a more intensive process that I know some of the other ladies.
Natural hair is expensive, and it's just
if you don't know how to do it, it's expensive.
You have to do the twist outs, you have to do the combing out. You got
to.
Nah, girls be looking raggedy
to upkeep.
Depends on the wig.
I had a cousin who used to like.
Not everybody's getting those expensive $500 lace fronts. Some people are going to Amazon and getting really, really nice, really, really cheap wigs.
Well, and there's tutorials. I've seen one.
Yeah.
Girls don't want to do hair like that. Most girls don't.
Sure don't.
She was redoing a wig.
We're twisting now.
I was like, what?
No, some of that stuff is fire. Like between makeup and the hair, it's like girls are literally artists. Like when it comes to aesthetic, but it's like some of them don't want to go through all that. Like I had to make a face. My face don't look like this. Man. I don't want to do my hair too.
True.
They want to do one or the other, or not do any at all. I'll pay shorty, but it's expensive, kind of like because women will just drop money on the aesthetic because that's how I get the free lunch. That's how I get this job.
How
that's
you
how
think
I
we get them free dinners?
Yeah. Listen, remember, I wish we would have talked about Deborah Lee. I don't know if we were on the thing, but Deborah Lee, like, we were all talking about, oh, she's corporate self-made. And we find out she was out here smashing homeboy who owned BET.
Oh, that's true.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
We got to talk about Larsa Pippen next week.
Wild.
Why? Yo, she's
hilarious.
She different.
Are you still recording?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm here for it.
Yeah, no, she different.
I don't believe her.
I don't believe her either.
Because in my mind, first of all, with the way he had to travel for his career, he wasn't home that much. First of all. Second of all,
there was definitely cap in that.
Ain't no way she listen. I don't care how wet you can get.
No, this is the thing.
4 times a day is
no. I'm guessing she's talking about the height. But let's say you have 82 games, you have playoffs, you have all that kind of stuff, you have things. Let's say if it's half the time. Let's say it's half the time, and let's say it's an average of 2 a day.
That's wild.
For some people, that's not.
But she didn't say 2 a day.
She said
She said 4 a day, but we know that's cap.
Yeah,
that's not every
she was
single
exaggerating.
day. You're exact. That was probably at the height. She's like, there, man. I remember there was like a couple days, like the 2 weeks that.
And I'm not saying it could never happen like one of those days, but every day.
She was like, and because even the girls on the thing was like,
ain't no way.
For 20, they was like for 23 years. She was like, and she said, yeah. She was like, they all said you're at road games, and she was like, well, I went on the road with him, and I was just like,
no, I'm sure there were times that she. Listen, when you got a bag like that, depending on what kind of guy you are, I can imagine there were stretches where maybe for 2 months that was happening.
True.
But my thing was saying is like 23 years it wasn't happening the whole time. There was like, because I said, let's say we averaged 2 a day for 200 days out of the year. I'm not saying that that's not something that could be done because let's keep it a bean. I know some people who are married who get it in like that.
That's just
I don't think I wanted 2 times. Let me tell you something. And
no comment.
Good, but I still don't know if I wanted 2 times a day.
No comment.
But I feel like after a certain point, it's like sex isn't boring.
No,
it's not. But it can't. I feel like at that point, it could get to a point of being like.
Unless we're adding other people and we're doing other things.
They
gotta be doing something.
No. This is the thing.
2 times a day for 23 years.
I know people who.
Even for 10 years.
No, this thing.
Bruh, right.
No, listen, but it depends on how you view it. For some people who, like I said, I have a different experience. For some people, it's like I see this as almost like a form and an act of worship. Like it's an act of worship. It's it's a beautiful thing to me. Like I'm privileged. Like I turn into the 14-year-old me. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I get to do. Like so if you have depends on what your perspective is with it. Is like, yo, this is almost part of my regimen. Like, yo, I need my testosterone to go up. So I need to So for some people, it's different things to different people. Like I know people who do it like workout people.
Every day.
That's true.
For 20
and it's you guys act
you
guys act like it's a real session like we take out 4 hours out of our day. For some people, just be a little quickie. It's not anything crazy.
I mean,
I'm sure it wasn't I'm sure it wasn't like they're playing like R&B music, soul, everybody's sweating. It's not that. I'm sure it's like
that's what it's in my mind.
In your brain, that's what you're seeing.
My brain is like
incense playing, neo soul playing. No, it's not that happening twice a day.
Because even quickie is okay. I wake up, bang out a little 5-10 minutes out. We go finish the rest.
It's
of the
not
day,
even that sometimes for people.
Lunchtime, and then the after lunch one, and then the evening one.
No. So that's what I'm saying. When she said 4, I was like, you're capping. Like that's doing like no. I could see, boom, if you're doing little quick. Because like let's be honest, most people aren't going and doing crazy sessions. Like you guys aren't young.
We're doing 15 to 20 minutes.
People aren't even doing that. Stop.
First of all,
no, they're not.
Isn't that like average?
No, not even average. No.
I want to say 10. I want to say 15 to 20
no,
minutes average.
No.
That's including,
no.
little got here and there.
No.
The average is 20 minutes.
No. Okay, here, stat man, not stat baby, right? So, a third of guys don't even get regular stuff. Statistically,
that's fair.
A third of guys don't even get regular stuff.
Right.
So then now the guys who do get it, it's not every day.
Right.
Do you think the average man with the stress of work and all this other kind of stuff, even if he has the monetary ability to be able to do what he does, they don't last that long because I'm here for me. I'm going to get my little in, and then I'm going to go do that. That whole elongated, that means I got way too much time on my hands because I get to go just chill. I'm on injury. If I'm doing that 4 times a day and I'm doing this neo soul and I'm playing like 112 and all that kind of stuff, that means that I'm injured. Like, you don't get to have that much time to go do that, and you're doing it 2 times or 4 times a day. You don't get to have that hour-long experience or that 15 or 20-minute experience. I'm sure you're coming in there, boom, 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 you look good, ba, 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 and then you're done.
That's wild.
You're talking about one of them is probably like 5 minutes, and then the other one you might get a 10-minute session. So you're talking about a very short period of time. That's really what it is. Like, it wasn't a...
I would rather.
She ain't a slave. You guys out here thinking she just sweating.
That's what she said.
She looks like. No. She said that, but
she made it sound like she was just like.
No, she acted like she was a raisin.
She was like hooked up to a bed. Like it's my time again.
like she did never ever put clothes on.
Exactly.
She had an easy access port. Yeah,
she had a moo-moo on. It was rolling around that house.
Bra and panties all day long.
I don't believe that. That's wild. She said.
I just said on average, you're thinking 5 to 10 minutes on average
I'm talking about no. You're saying 5 to 10. I don't even think it's going to. Amber.
I'm not them. I'm thinking in general. You're saying
no.
Average.
In general, I'm telling you.
You know how mad I'd be.
If
anytime I seen you, I was only getting 3 minutes of your time.
Okay, but this is why there are certain guys. Remember, we talked about this. There's 1/3 of guys don't ever really get it. The top in our community, 75% of us, one person households, right? 50% of men in African American community are childless.
I can see it.
Which means 20% of niggas are out here smashing all y'all because they know what to do.
I can see it being
25%.
Okay, let's say 4. Yeah. I can see 2 of the times.
And quickie.
If we're doing it a couple times a day, they're cool,
quickies.
But
they're quickies, and you ain't getting yours
ever.
If it's that short,
you better.
One of those times is you.
But then you find out a lot of women will say
that they've never done it. Yeah, it's common for us not
to. Or very, it's rare.
Or they've had to make their bodies have rev up.
Okay, so this is why it makes sense, and that's why I'm saying it's not that whole experience, which is why I said the small amount of guys tend to have a lot more experience or have a lot more of those experiences because guess what? They have the time, they have the knowledge, they have the inclination to want to give that woman that, which is why it's this small group of guys that's having this 8,000 kids. Literally, I know you know how many people we know or people that we know in general who have one guy, 5 kids, and she's all got they all like, but he has it by 4 different women.
True.
It's usually like that. You'll have a guy over here who ain't got no kids or nothing like that. He probably don't get regular butt, and then there's one guy over here who has 4 or 5 kids or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We know this. That's how it usually goes because that guy over here knows what he's doing or has the time or that's where his energy.
Time, yeah.
Or he puts his energy into that. This guy over here, he's like, I'm working 60 hours a week. I'm doing this kind of stuff. And occasionally I either buy a hooker or maybe I have 1 or 2 long-term relationships. That's how it goes. It's not like there's not a lot of in-between people.
I got 3 kids. I don't talk to them jokers.
Yeah. So.
I don't talk to their mamas either.
Yeah.
FTK.
Well,
yeah.
No,
but listen, it's the truth for long.
Actively texting me, yeah. F them kids.
Yeah, so that's it. So no, it's like I said, they're in these aren't real sessions, neo soul sessions. These are hit it and quit it.
I don't have the capacity. I don't need the neo soul. I definitely.
I'd like to. You just need the soul.
I'd like the
neo.
First of all, I'm about to strike my leg to hold it up here. I'm gonna need you to make sure you get the spot.
Nah. They just be out here just trying to it's like, hey, if he does this, then maybe he'll stay around long enough for me to feel like I'm worth something.
No, true story. No,
and that's really what it is.
Really what it is. I said women prostitute their bodies for attention.
Yeah.
But that's wild.
Yeah, it is.
But we will see y'all next week. Peace.
Yeah. Peace.